It is 16:58 on Sunday, July the 5th. And welcome back. This is episode 82. Wow, number 82. Can you believe I've done 82 of these almost? I was born in 1982, so 82 is a big number for me. Do I look that old? That must seem ancient to some people. It is pretty ancient. I'm 43 years old. I'm going to be 44 this year. Oh my God. That's pretty crazy. However, the reason we're here today is for the finale, the giant finale of the mac and cheese taste test. And tonight I'm going to be finishing off the mac and cheese taste test, the Matheson Food Company it's a tongue twister, the Matheson Food Company mac and cheese taste test with cracked pep. Macaroni and cheese cracked pep. Looks very pretty on the bowl. Very nice album art, I was about to say. Very nice box art, I should say. And it looks very nice in the pot as well. So I've already eaten this before. I don't know if you remember, but this has the very pleasing to look at little speckles of black pepper in the mixture. I thought that was so cool. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that's really cool. I think actually the first time I saw it, I thought I dropped something in it. But it ended up just being like, did I drop dirt in this? I don't know. But it turns out it's just pepper from the mixture. So it sort of reminds me of cookies and cream mac and cheese. That's what it sort of reminds me of. Just by the look of it. It obviously doesn't taste, well, I guess, yeah, it doesn't taste like cookies, obviously. Obviously. So let's do the favorite part. Now, I sort of screwed up. I was like getting it ready. And then I took it off, the pasta finished cooking. And what did I do? So the first thing I do after I take the pasta off, I drain it and then I put it back into the pot and then I put the butter in and then I realized, oh, wait a minute, I didn't get my butter ready. So what I do is I have like a stick of butter. I don't know how much a stick of butter is, but I cut it into 8. One stick, I cut it into 8. And then I put 1/8 of it into the mixture. But I didn't do that. So I had my pasta in the pot and then I had to like cut up all the butter. So that took probably, I don't know, over 5 minutes. And meanwhile, the pasta is just like cooling down in the pot. So I was getting all angry because I forgot to do that before. But I think I redeemed myself. I think I brought it back to life. It was a little dicey at first because the butter wasn't melting very quickly. And I was like, did I leave it for too long? But I think it ended up melting, and it's definitely going to melt after I put it in the microwave. So I think it's all good. No harm done. Okay, so let's put this in the microwave. Yeah, so this is the finale, and I'm going to do my ranking, my final ranking after I eat this of the 4 Matheson Food Company flavors. I'm going to do my ranking, final ranking. I already have the boxes on the table. So considering I've let this cool down a little longer than usual, I'll put it in for 40 seconds. 45 seconds? 40 seconds. 40 seconds. I don't want to put it in for too long because I want to start eating immediately. No. I have the box right here. Was I speaking English right there? I don't think I did. I don't think I was. All right, so here it is right here. There's all of the other, the fan's on. I'm probably gonna have to turn the fan off for this part. I hope I don't start sweating. It was noticeably cooler than it's been for the last few days. Let's check out what we're listening to, by the way. That is February 2024's Cohesive Deterioration. Is it done? I didn't even hear the beep. Probably because of all the noise from the music. How am I supposed to distinguish a microwave beep from that music? It's like, it would probably sound like it's supposed to be in there. Like it's part of the song. So that's what we're listening to. And this is what we're eating. And so let's put this on the tripod. Yeah, I don't like the fact that the fan's off, but I mean, there's nothing I can do at the moment. I'll turn it back on for dessert. I have a little bit to say about dessert, by the way, so stay tuned for dessert. Okay, so, yeah, the boxes are to the side here. Yeah, you can see them. I mean, I don't want to show one of them, but I'll show 3 of them. I don't want to show like the cover of one. I'll show the sides of all 3 though. That's what I wanted to say. And here's what I'm having right now. And then I do have my thermometer right here. So can you see it? I'm pretty sure you can still see it. You can read it even, I think. So can I do this? Is this something? Yeah, I can definitely do this. And yes, you can still see the thermometer. So yeah, the thermometer, I love this thermometer so much. So you can see the humidity's gone down. It's down to 50%. By the way, the reason I bought this was because the humidity up here, this measures, oh, it's up to 52 now. This measures the moisture content of my girlfriend's pussy, 54. Was that funny? I was supposed to say that joke yesterday, but I forgot. Now it's at 55? Yeah, probably because I'm holding it, I guess. But yeah, you can see the low was 47 and the high was 70. So, and it's down to 55 right now. So, you know, she's not as horny as she was yesterday, unfortunately. But, so I thought that was a funny joke. And right now it's 26.3, but with a lower humidity. What is that in Fahrenheit? 79? Almost 80. Still fan weather though. Okay, and here's your bowl of mac and cheese. Yeah, man, I have to turn the fan on. I can feel myself sweating slightly. I just hope everything doesn't fall over. I think by the how they're sort of sideways, they won't fall over. Also, these shorts that I'm wearing, I just did laundry. I don't know if you can see my laundry bag on my bed over here. Fuck. I'll have to sort of put it up against the thermometer. I did laundry today, and I just put these shorts on, and they're still warm from the dryer, which is not good for summer. Okay, so let's do the spooning. I'm assuming, yeah, the boxes are going to be like flailing about. So I have my ranking sort of not all finalized, but I have an idea of where each one is going to sit. But it really depends on how this performs. Hopefully my mistake while I was preparing the food isn't going to come back to haunt me. I don't think it will, because it looks great. I cooked it enough. I cooked it perfectly. There's definitely enough milk in it. Oh my God, I had milk with my pancake this morning. It's so much better with milk. Because I haven't been drinking milk lately because I was worried that it was rotten because the carton was leaking. But now I went to the grocery store yesterday and I've got new milk. So now I can drink milk again. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is good. It's got the pepper, and when you smell the cheese packet, it smells very Parmesan-y. So initially, when I had this the first time, a couple weeks ago or whatever, I was a little put off by that because I'm not a huge Parmesan guy. But then I ate it, and it tasted great. Yeah, this is a banger flavor, and the pepper gives it some kick. Yeah, so this is a top tier flavor. So really, it's between the cracked pep and the smoky ched. I forget what the exact title is. I'll figure it out after. But those two are vying for the first spot, for the top spot. Holy cow. This is good. This is living life to the fullest. Eating some mac and cheese. Is that living life to the fullest? Eating mac and cheese? This will be mac and cheese every day for 9 days in a row. And then before that, I had chicken nuggets and fries for like 4 days or 5 days, I don't remember. And then it was mac and cheese every day for 8 days. So, but I'm off mac and cheese for a little bit, not too long. I still can't decide if when I go into town next week or this upcoming week, whether I'm going to get some more mac and cheese. I still can't decide. Sure tastes good though. Good golly. I probably should take a break from it though. Yeah, this Matheson Food Company has the best pasta. The Two Betty. Yeah, it's a nice shot of them. This is my favorite pasta, just in general. This is the kind of pasta I normally eat. And it turns out they also use it in their mac and cheese. I had no idea. Oh my God. Holy cow. I definitely know how to make mac and cheese now. It's a little, it wasn't slow going, but I hadn't made it in so long, so it was pretty much just a matter of getting the perfect amount of milk. But then also finding out the perfect amount of time to cook each pasta. Because even though there are directions on all of these boxes, including the other brands, they're not correct for how I want to cook it. So I have to cook each one differently according to different directions. So for this one, I cook it for longer than it says. For the Annie's, I cook it how it says. For the Kraft Dinner, I cook it for less than it says. And I think for the President's Choice, I cooked it for what it said as well. But I have to taste test as I'm cooking to make sure it's perfect. But this one, I know I have to cook it for 8 minutes. I have that down. And it comes out perfectly tender. This is my favorite part of the song. No, this isn't a joke. I'm not trying to be funny. Shut up. My left wrist has been absolutely killing me today. As soon as I woke up, it's just like endless. It keeps changing locations. But I think it's not as bad as it was this morning, but ridiculous. And this morning, I weighed myself. I weigh myself every day, but I'll give you an update on my weight. I'm back down to 134.6 this morning. So the cake diet works. Just kidding. But it's funny, you know, I've been eating cake how many days in a row now? It's been a few days in a row, several days in a row. And I'm down. I had a huge piece of Boston cream cake yesterday. Whatever. I guess I'm not eating enough cake. I guess I have to eat more cake. Not enough cake. That was the medical advice I received from my doctor. You're not eating enough cake. Can you increase your cake intake? I'm just joking. Yeah, hopefully no one's taking this cake diet thing too seriously. You know, there's going to be some crazy people on the internet who are going to be like, yeah, it's totally real. I'm going to eat cake every day and I'm going to be healthy. I mean, you probably could eat cake every day, but you'd have to eat way less than I do every day. That was amazing. Oh, now I'm sad. Now I'm super depressed because I have no more mac and cheese. That's really sad, actually. I didn't even think about that until now. Until my very last bite. Ugh. Okay, now I guess it's time for the ranking, the official ranking. So I've had a lot of fun with this mac and cheese. Taste testing. I wonder how many, I've tried 4 different brands. I wonder how many different flavors I've tried. I don't really want to count right now. But it's been a few. Okay. So, let's sort of do a bit of a recap here. Day 1, what did I have? Day one, I had the creamy, sharp Chad. So this was really good. It was basically like a white cheddar, which I wasn't prepared for. I was assuming it was going to be more of your standard cheddar, your regular cheddar. But it was a white cheddar, and it was good. Now, this is something I mentioned in the video. Friggin' shoulder is killing me. My shoulder and my left wrist. Jesus. Can't even lift up a friggin' mac and cheese box. So, what was I saying? I mentioned in this video that it sort of, as I was cooking the pasta, I snuck a sniff of the cheese packet, and there was a bit of I wasn't sold on the smell of it. However, I made the pasta, and the pasta tasted great. The flavor tasted great. There was still that smell that I wasn't quite sure about, but that was definitely part of the recipe. But these were all very good, by the way. And so the next day, the next day, I had this one, the creamy smoky mac, fumé à l'ancienne. what is this one? Yeah, cheddar fort. I'm speaking French now because I'm cool. And so I do this one, once again, so this was more of a traditional looking cheddar. It's more orange. So I snuck a sniff of this one as well. And I was immediately intrigued because to me it smelled like a flavor of chips that I may have had during my lifetime, like once. It was like a smoky jalapeno cheddar style of smell to it. And it smelled really, really good. Now there was no like heat. It wasn't spicy or anything, but that's what the smell reminded me of, like a chip flavor. And this was absolutely amazing. This was, as soon as I started eating, I was like, this is going to be vying for the top spot because this is absolutely incredible. And then yesterday, I had the original version. So this is more of this is like the original cheddar version. This is like Kraft Dinner with Tubati by Matheson Food Company. And this was very good. So this also had a bit of a smell in the cheese packet that I wasn't quite sold on when I smelled it again yesterday. However, you know, when you mix it all together, it tastes amazing. And however, you know, that does play a part. They all use the same pasta, the Tubati pasta. I cooked them all the same. I prepared them all the same way. So it's very easy to do sort of a side-by-side ranking. And then today, I had the cracked pep, the poivre craquant. What was this one? Oh yeah, original. That's the French for that one. And obviously, you know how I feel about the one I had today, because I just had it, and I think I told you about it. Yeah, so the one from today is very Parmesan-y. I'm not a big Parmesan guy. It's not overly Parmesan-y when you eat it, but it does smell Parmesan-y. But this is amazing. And the pepper, the little pepper specks of pepper were really good. They had a bit of a kick to it. So this is definitely in near the top as well. Now, this is going to be a really hard thing for me because I sort of have two tiers here. So these are the top two tiers right here. Or the top tier right here. These two right here. And this is like the second tier. Now, don't get me wrong. These are all awesome. I would eat every single one of these. I would eat all four of these if I had them. And I don't have them anymore. I only have the boxes. But I think these two are my favorites. So that's your like S tier. Now these are still, the A tier is still a good tier, right? So these are A tier. However, these are still like a tier above, I think, all of the other mac and cheeses that I had. Yeah, because the pasta is just so much better in the Matheson Food Company. Like the pasta really makes a difference because it is pasta. You're eating pasta. And then the only other difference is the flavoring, like the flavor packet. So you have two, and then you use the same milk and the same butter for all the other pasta, for all the other mac and cheeses. So really the only two things that can really make a difference are the pasta and the flavoring, the cheese flavoring. And so the pasta in the Matheson Food Company is just better than all the others. And so this really puts it up one step above all of the others. And the flavor is there for all of them. All the flavors are good. I prefer these two flavors though. And it's hard for me to pick a top spot because one of the flavors that I like the most is a sort of a more traditional looking cheddar. So it's like more orangey, and the other one's a white cheddar. Now, normally, if you've been watching this video series, you know that I'm a white cheddar guy. Normally, I'm a white cheddar guy. And here we are with me putting creamy smoky mac in front of this one. They're still in the same tier, but I put the smoky mac ahead of it because I just, that flavor, the smoky flavor is just, So cool. I was so intrigued by it immediately. Despite there being a really nasty review of it on Reddit, on a Reddit post that I saw. Someone ranked it 0 to 5 stars. They said that it was like some synthetic smoky flavor. But I didn't get that vibe. I thought it was awesome. And then this cracked pep is really cool because it's got the Parmesan, the white cheddar, and it has those speckled pepper speckles. The speckled pepper speckles. Not very good speaker. And you get a bit of a kick from it. And then you have your creamy sharp ched in the original. Now, I'm not sure which one to put in front. The creamy sharp ched was a white cheddar one. Yeah, it's really hard for me to put one of these ahead of the other. I'm just going to leave them as they are because I can't really choose. They're still A-tier mac and cheeses. They were really good. So yeah. But these are my faves. The cracked pep and the creamy smoky mac. So good. So I'd like to get them again. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I don't think I did. When I went to the grocery store yesterday, the Matheson Food Company ones, they were only $3.99. So sub $4. There you go. Not as high maintenance as they once were. I guess $3.99 is basically $4, but they were $4.19 on the grocery delivery service that I got. So that's pretty good. But yeah, here are your winners. Super impressed by the Matheson Food Company and in general. I mean, the pasta is perfect. The two-betty pasta, and it's a good quality two-betty pasta as well. So it makes such a big difference. And they have some really good flavors as well. So now for everyone's favorite part of the video. I think it's only my favorite part. All right, so now it's going to be cake time. But I have some news that pertains to the cake. By the way, all the Annie's boxes are still on the floor there. I haven't cleaned them up yet. Okay. Yeah, so I made a bit of an executive decision here. So, you know, yesterday I had the Boston cream cake. However, and it was good, don't get me wrong, it was like I really enjoyed myself eating it. However, it's like a vanilla cake, and I can't, you know, I decided, I made an executive decision yesterday, last night, that, you know, I can't, I'm trying to wind down this video series. And so I can't be spending my time eating vanilla cakes. Because I'm a chocolate guy, you know me, I'm a chocoholic. And I can't, like, lower myself to eating vanilla cakes. And so what I decided to do, I'm not even going to have any more of the Boston cream cake. I'm going to go straight to the chocolate brownie cheesecake. So that's what I decided, and that's what I'm going to do. So it was, you know, it's got to be a record. I only ate a quarter of the cake yesterday, and then I literally threw the rest in the garbage. It's not that it was bad. It was garbage day today, so I threw it out in the garbage. It tasted good. It's just, I don't want to be eating another 3 days of that cake. I want to go to the brownie chocolate cheesecake, and then I want to go into town, and I want to have my burger and pizza feast, and I want to try to find those 2 cakes. It used to be 3 cakes, but I think I'm not going to even try the cookie dough cake either, because it's a vanilla cake as well. There are some layers of cream and stuff, but it's still a vanilla cake, and I'm not going to eat vanilla cakes. I've made my decision. So really, the only cake that I'm looking for now is the Oreo cookies and cream cheesecake by La Roca. That's the only one I'm after. However, I do still want to eat the banana chocolate cake again because it was amazing. It was incredible. It's different if it's a vanilla cake that has banana in it, because the banana just tasted so good. And there was a lot of chocolate cream cheese frosting as well. The cream cheese chocolate frosting was amazing as well. So I definitely want to eat that one again if possible. I haven't seen it at the grocery store for the last few times. So when I go into town, this upcoming week. I'm gonna hope that it's available, or the Oreo cheesecake is available. If it's not, then maybe I'll bring home some brownies instead. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I hate when stuff isn't there, because then I have to sort of improvise and I'm not really prepared for it. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I have to bring some milk over as well. now that I have milk, I get to drink milk all the time. I love drinking milk. So earlier today, I already cut the cake, the brownie chocolate cheesecake, because it is kind of a high maintenance cake. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to be prepared. And so I already cut it. Oh yeah, I need to bring the cake. So originally I was going to cut it into 6, because this cake is friggin' huge. It's an 8-inch diameter cake, but it's 1.5 kilograms. It's 1,500. That's over 3 pounds. It's like 3 1/3 pounds. It's 1,500 grams. And so I wanted to cut it into 6. That way each slice would be 250 grams, which is right around my sweet spot for dessert. How's about that, eh? This is the best. And you can see it's got a whole bunch of caramel on the top as well. So originally I was going to cut it into 6. And then this was last night. And then I weighed myself this morning and I'm 134. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just cut it into 4 and I'll see if I can eat it. So I have cut it into 4 before, but I did take off a whole bunch of this stuff, the caramel. And I think at the time when I've eaten this once before in the video series, the 8-inch diameter one. I think at the time I was eating Indian food as well. I don't really remember. But before we do anything, I do have to take off 2 of the brownies and I have to cut them in half. That way there'll be equal amounts of brownies on all of them. So this half is going to go on this piece. And then this half is going to go on this piece. And then I took another, because I have to take the brownies off in order to cut them. Oh, that wasn't even the one I took off. It was this and this. Okay, whatever. I'll do this one. Yeah, I'll do this one. Okay. Yeah, so these brownies are bigger too than the smaller cakes. The smaller version of the cakes. Okay, so I think I have to put this one over here. So each slice has to have 2.5 brownie chunks. Okay, so let's grab a slice. Which slice do I grab? I don't know. I'll just grab this one. This doesn't come. Like, look at this. Look at this. It actually looks, yeah, this looks like a perfect amount of caramel. Like I feel like there's the perfect amount of caramel in this, and I don't have to take any of it off. I feel like there was too much caramel the first time I had the big version of this cake. That's why I took a bunch of it off. So let's just show you the cross section here. Like, look at this. This is just what dreams are made of. Dreams, I tell you. Dreams, Jerry. Yeah, so this is a huge slice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat it. I mean, I could eat it all if I want, but I might stop myself before finishing it at all, depending on how I feel. Okay, so let's bring this, and let's bring this. So this is definitely the most featured cake on the video series. I've eaten the smaller version at least 3 times. It may even be 4, I don't know. And I've eaten the big version once. And I've eaten them all. Like I ate all of it, all of each cake. So there you go. There's your cheesecake, brownie chocolate cheesecake. So this is a treat. If I've ever seen a treat. All right, so let's bring this over. I probably don't need this yet. As we've learned from eating this cake so much, you have to take off the brownies and cut them into pieces. I think I'm gonna do it in 3. Because you can't really cut into the brownies while they're on the cake. Because the brownies are harder than the cheesecake part. And so you just sort of crush the cake. Which is fine, but it does make the cake a little high maintenance. Can I do that? Yeah, that's probably pretty good, right? Okay, so let's try and sort of spread this caramel. The caramel is pretty hard still. So this was frozen apparently, as of yesterday. I took it out of the fridge last night. I don't know how long you're supposed to like defrost these in the fridge for. But it's definitely soft enough. All right, so let's do this. Oh man, it's the best cake ever. The brownies are really good too. Oh man. Brownies are soft. Apparently they make the brownies themselves. That's what I read, I think. Yeah, I must have read that on their website. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this over the span of 4 days. Then I'm gonna go into town during the week. And I'm gonna do the burger pizza feast / taste test. And then I think I'm gonna go on hiatus. And I'm gonna go back to my usual diet, which I don't really have a usual diet anymore because I've been doing this video series for so long and I had to stop eating some of my usual meals anyway. Like I don't make chicken anymore because it requires too much preparation. I can't really do it. Same with cookies. I don't make cookies anymore because it requires too much preparation, too much, what's the word I'm trying to think of? They're too manually intensive, making cookies for my frail body. But I'll just continue eating what I've been eating and I won't have as big of a dessert. The question is, what am I gonna have for dessert now? I don't know. That's the big question that I don't know. I love the crust on the bottom is really thick today. And that's a really good crust too. It's chocolate. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's like a chocolate cookie crust or something. Every single part of this cake is amazing. Yeah, my only criticism of the cake has always been that there's too much caramel. There's too much caramel. And there was way too much caramel the last time I bought this cake, like the big version. But this one has the perfect amount of caramel. I am so impressed. I was not expecting that. I wonder if they watched my video. I don't even know if that video has been published yet. Because I did mention that in the videos before. I'm assuming they didn't. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I just can't justify eating vanilla cake excessively like this. And I think another reason was like the chocolate on top of the Boston cream cake. It did taste really good. It tasted really good. But it was very sticky and it stuck to my teeth. And I was a little worried I was going to cause issues with my mouth. So that was another reason why I wanted to stop eating it. But the flavor was definitely there. It tasted really good. Oh my God, this is so good. Yeah, so I was gonna cut this into 6, 250 grams each, but then I checked my weight today and I was 134, so I was like, okay, I'll just cut it into 4. And so 1,500, 1.5 kilograms divided by 4 is 375 grams, right? Which is still a hell of a lot. Like, that's ridiculous. That's way too much. But I'll see if it's too much, depending on how I feel. I feel much better in the 250 gram range. Oh my God. Oh, that brownie was awesome. It's kind of funny. How many brownies have I had in this video series? My favorite brownie is the Longo's brownie. But these brownies are so good. Like, even if I were to just eat them on their own, they'd at least be my second favorite brownie. And they're like part of a cake. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to eat all this, but so far I feel good. I'm so looking forward to the burger and pizza feast, though. Oh my God. I'm so looking forward to it. I've already planned out my route. I just have to time it all out on paper. Make sure it works out. Yeah, this is my favorite cake. I think I have to place this at the top. It is just so good. And this one has the perfect amount of caramel, which means it's literally a perfect cake. I'm down to 47% humidity. I don't think my girlfriend's enjoying watching me eat this cake. I don't have a girlfriend, by the way. That was part of the joke. I think I'll be able to eat it. See, I'm going to try to go into town on Friday. It's not set in stone yet. But if that is the case, then I'll probably take Thursday off. I won't do a video. And then I won't have an on-location video either, unfortunately, but I will have a burger and pizza feast video. 2 of them. Hey, cool, I can move it. Got one more brownie piece left. Wow. Well, that was amazing. I didn't think I'd be able to eat it. To eat the whole thing. But that was very easy to eat. Wow. Okay, well that happened. I get to do it all over again tomorrow. Actually, now that we have no more mac and cheese, I'm going back to my usual meal of chicken nugs and fries. I don't know what I'm gonna eat chicken-wise. I did buy some of the Longo's chicken nuggets. I might have those. But I still have popcorn chicken. I still have the Jane's chicken nuggets. And I think I still have some of the Longo's chicken strips as well. And then fry-wise, I think I'm gonna try the crinkle cut fries, the new ones that I bought at the grocery store yesterday. So I haven't had those yet. And then I still have some waffle fries, I still have taters, I still have the regular fries. So there are plenty of options, which I will be utilizing over the next 4 days. So we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And if all goes well, I won't make a video on Thursday. However, I'll still have the chicken nuggets and fries. And then I will go into town on Friday, grab a whole bunch of food, bring it home and have a feast. Really looking forward to that. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. So I'll see you tomorrow.